The Philippines is one of Asia's top tourist destinations. It's known for its gorgeous natural landscape, including white sand beaches in Boracay, the chocolate hills in Bohol, and some of the best dive sites in the world in Palawan. Most Filipinos can speak some English. It may come as a surprise to some, but more than 113 million Filipinos speak English fluently. In cities like Manila, many foreigners find that nearly everyone they talk to can converse in English. While living there, I learned to speak Little Bisaya, a language spoken in the central and southern parts of the Philippines. But earlier on, I had no problem communicating. So don't hesitate to chat with Filipinos, as many of them are likely to try to speak English with you, especially if you need help getting around. Stretching your dollars. In the Philippines, you can buy many things cheaper than expected. Many currencies, including dollars, pounds, and euros, have a favorable exchange rate, so the value of your money can take you a long way. Make sure to budget well and compare tour providers to get the best value for your money. Filipinos are very friendly and often go out of their way to be friends with you and help out, so don't hesitate to ask them for the most affordable ways to travel around the country. Using a car or taxi. There are so many ways to travel around the Philippines, and it can be pretty easy. Another good way to travel is on a tricycle, a motorcycle with an attached passenger cab. Travelers hopping between islands can take boats, ferries, or even fly on one of several Filipino airlines to almost every part of the country. Being aware of your surroundings. While most Filipinos can be very friendly and helpful, being cautious is still important. In Manila, the capital city, tourists should be wary of people offering to carry their bags or help out in other ways, especially at the airport. These people often don't have good intentions and might take off with your luggage. Some cities in the Philippines are safer than others. Learn the local cultures or a few words in one of the Filipino languages. Over the years, I witnessed many foreigners not trying to adapt to local customs. Even as a tourist, it's important to try to adapt to some of the local cultures and even learn a few words in one of the local languages. But the most widely spoken ones include Tagalog, Ilocano, and Bisaya. When you learn the language, or at least some of the language, Filipinos will practically adopt you as part of the family. Even a simple salamat or thank you will go a long way. 6. Disrespecting local customs. Showing respect to others is extremely important in the Philippines. Make sure to speak to others courteously without raising your voice or getting aggressive, especially when it comes to elders. Filipinos call people who flout these social norms bastos, which means someone who is rude and without manners. While it's important to be friendly and have fun, too, tourists should be mindful of how they come across to others, especially when speaking with them. Interacting with Filipinos. In the US, or in Europe, people are very frank and say what they want. But in the Philippines, people are more reserved when expressing what they really think. For example, my Bisaya language teacher told me that Filipinos often followed a set of scripts when accommodating guests in their homes. She told me that there were several rules to follow when Filipinos offered food or drinks. If the host asks you if you want some food, you should decline because they may not have the money to buy the snacks. And if they ask a second time, you should still decline for the same reason. But if they offer a third time, you should accept the offer because they are sincere. If you decline the third time, your host will consider it an insult. So make sure to read between the lines, and if in doubt, ask a Filipino, they'll gladly tell you the right response to the situation. Affordable helpers, babysitters, and drivers. Cheap flights to another countries. Low crime rate, safety. Always warm and sunny, no snow. Mangoes, pineapples, bananas, papayas, and pomelos. Cheap manicure and pedicure, affordable SPA. Cheap home massages. Nice blue beaches, 1,000 mountains to climb and beaches to visit just hours away. Diving. Kindness from local and foreign communities. Coolest language on the planet. Surrounded by relationally intelligent people, lots of inventiveness and creativity. Filipino music. Karaoke and the beautiful voices of the Filipinos. Simply the kindness and friendliness from the locals, people's friendliness and warm smiles. You rarely see a Filipino who can't put their chin up and smile even in the face of the worst situations. Carefree singing in public, singing in music, almost everywhere you go. Being able to communicate without problems in English. Very cheap rent and beautiful units. The liberal welcoming culture, it makes expat life super easy and comfortable. Never mind. Basically come hail, if ever it does, rain, storm, typhoon, sorrow, no job, no money, any situation they respond by saying never mind. As long as there is good music, basic food, never mind. The Philippines is more than just its famous beaches and busy cities. Its true beauty lies in its quiet towns, untouched beaches, and vibrant communities. Visiting these hidden treasures adds depth to your journey and helps support sustainable tourism. Every detour you take helps keep these special places alive for future travelers. So, embrace curiosity, respect local cultures, and venture beyond the usual paths. The Philippines' best-kept secrets are waiting for you to discover.
Years ago in a silent world,